You have to be bored. And that's a difficult thing to hear, especially being young. We chase that dopamine, but it's only a byproduct of modern accessibility. Nowadays, we have so many different sources of immediate satisfaction. Our phones, Netflix, fast food, porn. It may be a little funny to hear, but it's honestly so serious. Those are all seeds of fast-paced, modern technological advancements. Our mistake is getting comfortable with the belief that the way that everything is the way that it's supposed to be. But it's not. Our DNA isn't even built for a lot of these inputs. Why do people get fat? Our minds are still stuck in the primitive state of believing that food is scarce. But due to such a large supply of fast foods and our primitive desire of easy survival, mixed with our new modern mindset of immediate gratification, causes us to go for these fattier foods that are easier to access and that satisfy our immediate desires. And it's the same for being lazy. We may not fully understand what it means to be successful if we aren't successful ourselves. But with modern media, we have an idea of what success may feel like or what it may be. With that idea, at some point or another, most of us decide that that's the type of life that we want to live. We want what that successful person has, aka we want success. We've all been fed the lines that hard work beats talent, hard work will give you success, and so we innately understand that success comes from a form of hard work. Many of us may even begin to make plans in order to grasp that success, but a majority of us fall short. How do I know that? Because there are roughly only 8% of Americans who are actually millionaires, and that means $1 million they can pull out of their bank account. See, but the issue isn't bad luck or unfortunate circumstances like we may believe. The issue is the mix of our primitive desire for comfortability and our modern desire for immediate satisfaction, which creates barriers around our beliefs. When I say that, I mean our beliefs of what we can truly achieve, especially being someone who's never had that. We choose not to take those extra steps because we haven't reaped the benefits that we wanted in the amount of time that we assumed it would take. And this information isn't to discourage you, it's to show that we all think the same at one point or another. And the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people break out of that mindset and break out of their negative habits and then go create positive ones. See, the thing that we don't understand is that it's hard as fuck for everybody. No matter where you came from, everyone has their advantages and disadvantages in this life. But you're not bound to your circumstances, and you're not bound to your family's circumstances. The fact that you're even watching this video shows that you want something better for your life. And that's not a coincidence. God put that seed of thought into your mind, whether you believe in him or not. And it's up to you to see it all the way through. Nobody else can do that for you. Farmers don't plant kernels and wake up a week later to a field of wheat. They tend to that field day after day after day because they have faith and they believe that those kernels will turn to wheat, and they will. There's a difference between telling yourself you believe something and actually genuinely believing something. When you believe in something truly, lack of progress and even failure will not stop you from going towards that goal. The first step to know if you genuinely believe in the goals that you're trying to achieve is to detach those goals from societal perspectives. You have to stop caring about how other people are gonna feel about the man or woman that you're trying to be, and instead think about how you will feel about your achievements. Because at the end of the day, people envy, and the majority of the time, they do not give a fuck about your success. So putting in work for the sole purpose of having the public see it is just stupid. Because once you start putting in the work and implementing those systems necessary for success, you'll realize that 99% of people are not watching. And that'll eventually make you give up if that's the reason that you're doing it. The only person that actually cares and should care is you, because it's your life, your decisions, and the consequences all fall down on you, nobody else. Not your friends, not your crush, not your enemies, you. And honestly, the grind is boring. You're the only person that's gonna wake yourself up every day, that's gonna hold yourself accountable every day, that's gonna tally off those good habits every day. And that honestly sucks, because without immediate results, it can feel like a big waste of time. But quitting and choosing to do the minimum, or even choosing to do nothing, will for sure be a big waste of time. I can guarantee it. And then 5 years down the line, you're gonna look back like, damn, I wish I would've stuck it through. And then you're gonna get into those habits of saying, I'm too old now, it's too late now, the window closed for that, and the cycle would just continue. Nobody successful started out successful, unless they're a Nepo baby, which is only 20% of millionaires. So that leaves 80% that are self-made and got it from the ground up. That means 80% that were in the exact same position and mindset as you at some point. The difference? They stuck it through and committed to their systems and plans even on the days that they didn't feel like it, even on the days that they knew nobody was watching, even on the days that they saw no results. When they failed, or like I say, temporarily failed, they understood that the world wasn't the reason. The world was not the problem. Their plan or their system was the problem. And they went back, refined it, and made tweaks to make it work. Even when it was tough, even when it was boring, even when that loser in their brain told them, no, it's not gonna work. Embrace the boredom, because it's really a blessing. To be away from all the negative energy that clouds your mind, to be away from all the triggers that bring you back to ground zero. We all have a winner and a loser in our mind. Point blank, period. Think about it like the angel and the devil on your shoulder. The loser tells us we're too tired, we're inefficient, we're not capable, which is why the loser will never win. The winner tells us take that one more step, push one more day, finish that one last assignment, which is why the winner will never lose. So take a moment and decide which one you're gonna give most of your attention to, the winner or the loser. Which habits will you feed your subconscious, the positive or the negative? Because they will shape who you are and who you turn out to be. The result of your life will tell you who won between the winner and the loser. You need to stop listening to people who let the loser win, who've read about that profession and know it leads to failure, who've watched a few videos and know that it's a scam, who understand that method so they know it won't work for you. The world doesn't pay men for what they know, it pays men for what they do with what they know. A lot of people are comfortable in just knowing and not doing. So take that step. Go create your story. Start doing. Take that first step and let the winner in your mind lead you the rest of the way. Just some food for thought.